what's going on, Hunter Army? Welcome to another episode of Clash Royale. Let's go back to Clash Royale, and now with some troll decks. For some reason, yes, the insanity. Huntah is completely insane. I'm always trying to play with decks that are completely out of the meta and trying to use cards that nobody's using. Well, I decided to look for a way to use the Ice Wizard one more time. Because remember, the Ice Wizard is probably the worst, well, Sparky is also looking, it is probably one of the worst legendary cards in the game, but let's give it some love. So this deck is Ultra Mega Troll, and I'm gonna show you a couple of replays because I would love to explain you how it works. You see, for example, right now I put the miner to distract the that little fella. So now in the meantime, I got all the bats, also the Ice Wizard, stopping those elite barbarians, and things are looking quite okay. That was a good trade in elixir. Well, the idea of this deck is to use the bat. The bat? Yes, the bats, the little fellas, the little creatures that actually fly. Yes, we're gonna use the bats. We're using those, we're using the clone spell and the mirror. Is that making any sense to you? Probably not. Probably by now you're thinking, well, maybe I should shut down this video. I'm not learning anything new. Well, hold on a second, man. I'm gonna show you how to use the deck. And you know what? It is so OP that people actually quit. Look at this. As soon as I finish with that guy, there you go, right now. The executioner is down, and look at that, the moment of truth, using clone spell and the mirror at the right time is gonna completely take your opponent out of their minds. You see right now my opponent already quit, so we're gonna just speed up things. Just one move, you can surprise your opponent with the clone spell or with the mirror, they're gonna hate you. Let's go for the next battle. What is really funny about this deck is that first of all, it's super cheap. I'm gonna show you the deck after this battle. It's only cost 2.8 elixir. So the rotation of the miner is extremely fast. That is the idea, to bother with the miner and the clone spell as often as possible. For example, again, this beatdown with golem. One of the toughest decks to stop. I don't have any buildings, so I have to do something. What am I doing? I'm releasing the pressure from the right side. Decide to go from the left side, use the miner, use the clone spell. All of a sudden, that mega minion is defending. My opponent has to spend more elixir defending, so I can do myself. I can probably prepare better my defense to stop this golem, which actually worked out very well with the knight, also with the night witch. And now we push it. Look at the Ice Wizard. It's so cute. It's actually helping. Just like, probably that health spell wasn't that good. Right? I admit it. I always need to be critical. I need to know exactly what when I'm making something wrong. But the good thing is that my opponent right now is kind of upset. He's trying to figure out which deck is using, which deck of the meta is actually using. No, I'm not using any of those decks, and that's why probably my opponent right now is all confused. See, one more time, my opponent has to spend Baby Dragon and the Skeleton to stop my miner with the clone spell. Now we use the Ice Wizard. The Ice Wizard is such a good defensive card. It just needs an extra boost, maybe a little bit more damage. I think that will be the best way to get the Ice Wizard back in business. Okay, so we're gonna start attacking with the knight, then we'll put the miner from the other side, and like again, my opponent right now is so confused, like what should I do? I need to use something else. I need to spend elixir to defend that attack? That is ridiculous. Take advantage of the knight. The knight is the most powerful common card in the game, fellas. You can stop pretty much anything. Anything. It has a lot of hit points, it moves fast, and does tons of damage. So take advantage of that knight. Now, well, this is a little mistake. I should have just waited in the back and don't even bother putting my troops, but I decided to put two of my night witches. Probably is a mistake. I should probably wait until the golem crossed the bridge, but you know, that's a point that you need to take in consideration. We still were capable to stop this miner from the back, bothering the opponent. You see, I have no idea how I was able to survive this attack. Look at this. We got the Golemites, we got two Mega Minions, we got the Knight, we got Baby Dragon, more Skeletons are coming, and the only troop that I have is the Ice Wizard. The Ice Wizard is holding the ground by itself. I've got to put the miner to distract the troops. I have to put the bats one more time, and let's put the bats one more last time to hold the ground. My opponent was a completely crazy banana, has to use the lightning spell to do something. I finally touched my tower, and still, victory, it's ours. I'm sorry, my friend. Your name is Rage. You looks like you're upset. Mission complete. Let me show you the deck that I'm using. As you can see, the deck is super simple. It's super cheap too. 2.8 elixir. You cannot go wrong with that. We got the clone spell, the heal spell. I don't use that much, but sometimes it works. Sometimes when my opponent decide, okay, you know what, I'm not gonna attack the miner and just gonna let it go. Maybe I can use the heal spell to keep the miner alive for a little bit longer and do some extra damage. Or when I'm pushing with the Night Witch and the Knight, I can probably use that spell to keep them alive for a little bit longer. I'm sure this deck can do a lot better if I decide to level up the clone spell, the mirror, and the heal spell. But for now, it's working. I don't know why. It's working really well. It's maybe because I'm playing the cards at the right time, or maybe I'm just getting lucky. You be the judge. Let me know in the commentary section. So we got the clone spell, we got the heal spell, we got the Night Witch, we got the miner, the Ice Wizard, the bat, the knight, and also the mirror. Now, let's go. I'm gonna show you one more time how OP this crazy troll deck can be. Let's go. All right, this last battle is completely bananas. So sit down, relax, enjoy this. It's gonna get super crazy. The amount of bats that you guys are gonna see, it's out of this world. Let's get ready. It's a tough battle at the beginning. I gotta tell you that, because the deck that my opponent is using has Baby Dragon, has the Knight, the Fireball, the Mini P.E.K.K.A, the Witch, and also the Giant. So things can get a little bit complicated. Apparently, this guy is using a deck from Arena 1 or 2. the level of the cards are high, but he's using a deck that is kind of like an old. It's super old. Using the Witch, the Knight, also the Giant, the Bomber. It's something that you don't see that often. Actually, my tower's gonna go down. You might probably thinking, well, Huntah, you are done. There is no way you're coming back. But things can change. Things can change, and super fast, especially with this crazy deck. We got with the miner from the back. I got the Knight in front. Has to use the Mini P.E.K.K.A. Yeah, hey, are we gonna lose this one? Are we gonna lose this one? Because I don't see how we're gonna win. Defended the ground with the Night Witch, which is probably a mistake. The Mini P.E.K.K.A is gonna completely destroy my Night Witch. Yeah, that my Night Witch completely disappeared, but at least I have the little bats that are gonna help the Ice Wizard to keep myself alive. It's only 1 minute and 40 seconds to go. Things are looking kind of impossible. Let's be honest. Looking super bad. But now we're going to push with the Knight, the Ice Wizard, a couple bats from the back. I'm going to let that Witch go. But look at those bats. The bats decide to come back. And that's why I decided to put the bats in the back. Because I was expecting that my opponent is going to put the Knight to start attacking from the middle. No, decide to go with the Giant. They didn't know about the Giant. But my bats were just right there the right time. Now we're pushing forward. All of a sudden, the tower in the top right corner went down because my opponent thought, well, I can put the Giant, I can put the Witch, and we should be able to bring down that tower. All of a sudden, this battle is getting closer and closer, right? The battle that probably you guys thought was completely lost, now all of a sudden it looks more interesting. We start using the bats to take care of the Bomber. We're using the Night Witch and the Ice Wizard to take care of the Baby Dragons. Things are getting super crazy. Look at those bats. They're super useful. They are super useful. It's such a cheap card that it could be super tricky. Now we push it. Look at the moment. This is the push. This is the moment of truth. 2 Knights, 2 Miners attacking that tower. That tower went night, goodbye. I know that my tower is probably going to go down because my opponent still have Fireball and it's have plenty of time. But look at the good defense. Night Witch with bats? What? That was just ridiculous. Okay, it's time for us to start pushing. We are super close, and this is the moment of truth, guys. Look at this. This is going to get insane in a few seconds. The clone spell. Just pay attention to the clone spell. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Clone spell. There it is. Insane. I'm sorry, I had to stop the video for a second. I was cracking up. Every time I see this replay, it's just insane. It's just insane. Look how good is this troll deck. If you have a better troll deck, let me know in the commentary section. Maybe we can try in a future episode, fellas. This is TheGameHuntah. I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to give it a like to the video, fellas. Support the channel. Give it a like. Also, post in the commentary section below. Let me know. Also, well, what can we try? All right, so if you have another idea of things that we should try in Clash Royale, now is the time. I will see you in the next one. Take care, everybody.